Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Gonna be making sure that everybody is here on the stream with us. Doing some final confirmations. Hope everybody is doing well today. It is a typical South Florida day here in the summer. We got some rain happening, bunch of rain, but that's not gonna be stopping us from having a great live stream. So first thing is first, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me just double check that our screen here is all good. Bro. These ads, man. Bro. Okay. We are currently live. That's incredible. Okay. That rain right now sounds amazing. Okay, guys, so this is the live stream for the AliExpress huge summer sale. So first things first, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this live stream and being a part of this. Yes, we are in South Florida and we are going to have some of the South Florida unpredictable rain. All good. It's going to be a really great stream because I'm going to be testing a copious amount of car products ranging from diagnostics tools to super important modifications that every single car should have. We're going to cover that in just a moment here. But before we continue, I would love to share with you guys that as a part of this live stream and this campaign, this is actually a huge summer sale that is happening through AliExpress from June 1st to June 10th. And it's, again, one of the largest discounts that you're going to find on AliExpress, ranging from all types of car products. All of the car products that will be shown in this video will be linked in the description below, along with some discount codes and some very important pieces of information, along with the link to purchase, the discount amounts, etc., etc. But guys, this is going to be a it's going to be a fun stream. So I'd like to first start off with a product. Actually, before we get started with the product, let me walk you guys very quickly with the cars that we're going to be testing them out on. So obviously we have my 5th generation Camaro ZL1 looking absolutely beautiful. And then out here in the rain, we have my Hyundai Azera. This is the car that I want to be testing out a lot of the products on because this car has been heavily neglected. I mean, not surprising considering I have this beautiful beast in my possession. But the first thing that we're going to be starting off today in this live stream to kick off everything is going to be a dash cam. That's right, a dash cam. So the DDPAI or the DDPAI, pardon my pronunciation, is a dash cam that is called the N5 dual dash cam. So it's called dual because it has a front camera and a rear camera. Now, a lot of newer cars do come with dash cams from factory, but the quality is not nearly as good as what you'll have in a dash cam like this. And they don't usually offer rear cameras as well, which, if you guys may or may not know, if you're from the Florida area, South Florida specifically, it is considered to be one of the highest cities, really, to have insurance fraud, and which is something that unfortunately plagues the city and is the reason why we have so many. Hey, Kenny, thanks for tuning in, man. So it's one of the reasons why we have so much high insurance premiums. So how is this going to benefit you? Well, buying a dash cam is going to not only protect yourself, but it's also going to allow you to consistently record new footage so you can make content with. You can, have that as, hee ha-has to share with your friends, your families. Ultimately, it's a tool that if you don't want to use it for the safety feature of that, which is to basically capture as much clear information and video from the front and from the rear, you can also use it for content creation, which, as you may know, something that I love to do with my dash cam. So some really, really interesting features about this camera. First of all, I want to unbox it with you guys so you could see just how absolutely cool this is. All right, so we're going to open it up here. So check it out, guys. Inside of the case, we have the camera itself right here. This is going to be the front one. And then we have the rear one back here. This is actually I think one of the best cameras to have. This one in particular, a rear camera, just because a lot of accidents happen from the rear, and sometimes you won't be able to get the camera angles that you need. So this is a complete, I would say, almost 360 view of your car, starting from the front all the way to the rear. So the installation process is actually quite simple. One of the really key selling points of having a camera like this is the fact that it has to have clear and crystal clear quality. And this shoots entirely in 4K. And in the rear camera, this one does 1080p. So ideally, you want to have a camera, especially the one in the front, to capture license plates, to capture, faces in the really horrific circumstances that you need to capture faces, right? But it's important that you have a nice 4K camera like this. Now, what's also really interesting about this camera too is that it also has very good night vision capacity, which is something that a lot of dash cams say that they can do, but they can't. And what's really great about a camera like this, the N5 Dual, is that even though it's not the flagship dash cam, it still provides a great value for the cost, and it provides a great nighttime video. That's for me, that's actually one of the most important things, because I drive a lot at night with both of my cars, and for me to have a for me to have a dash cam that can capture good quality at night, that is something that is essential to have. So what we're gonna first do is show you guys, of course, like a lot of modern day products, there is a specific app that you can control basically everything. You can control turning on the camera, all of the footage that this thing captures on the SD card, you can download it to your phone. So right now I'm gonna show you guys how to actually add the device. This also has GPS locationing too, which is incredibly useful when you are documenting for content or for your own personal usage, or if in a case of an accident or you catch something happening, you have GPS tracking on this as well. So I'm gonna allow you, while I'm using the app here, and I'm gonna show you guys how this thing turns on with my ZL1. I wanna show you guys the quality as well. So the install process is, again, very simple to do. You can have it installed either professionally, or you can have it done DIY, the GV Aspirated way. So what's really cool is that it's gonna be sitting right there in the front. And what's also really important to note with this is that it comes with an SD card too. So it can capture all of the stuff that you need to capture. You have different ways of actually connecting this. So you actually have the USB method or the cigarette lighter method. I like to usually put it on the cigarette lighter because I don't really use the cigarette lighter positioning. I usually have all of my stuff connected through the center console here. But when it comes to installation, it's actually pretty easy to do. Now, right now, I'm not gonna show you guys on the stream how to actually install the camera, just because I already have a dash cam installed. But I will be showing you the features of this one. So we're gonna take off the lens here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. You want something that is not only flush and good looking, because this is actually something you're gonna be able to see, but also you want people to know that you have a camera recording. You know, you don't want people, you know, trying something funny there. So the first thing that we actually have to do is, in the box here, you're gonna get one of the cables here, that's a USB. You connect it here, and then this is the cigarette lighter. You know, it's funny, there has been so many times where I have captured stuff, even with this camera, and I still feel like this camera doesn't really capture the way that the DDPAIs capture. And what's really important too is the positioning as well. And this camera, unfortunately, the one that I have, it doesn't really have a good like positioning position. So look, we're gonna go ahead and connect it here. Now, right now the car is off. I'm gonna take you guys over here. Woo! Thanks for tuning in, guys. Seriously, that it means a lot to me. So we're gonna turn on the Camaro. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a startup here on stream. You know how we do it. Dude, that is so loud. Okay, guys, so for the purpose of the stream right now, I am going to turn off the car, but I wanted to give you guys that startup there. Okay, perfect. So with the app, it's very simple to install. I'm going to take that out so it doesn't actually interrupt us while we're doing the install process. So look, check it out here. We have different devices that we can use. And one of the really cool things is that they do offer a copious amount of live products here. So look, car recorder with no screen, devices with screen. Now this is actually the one with no screen. So that's actually the one that we would actually choose here. It's actually really interesting how cars nowadays, like I said before, they do have the capacity to have dash cams inside, but because they are not really designed from factory to have the best quality, you're not gonna have, again, that good footage and the confidence to do that. And with this camera here, you have, again, 4K footage. And what's really interesting too is that you can store, I believe it's up to like 256 gigabytes of storage on the actual SD card that it comes with. So it's actually quite a lot as well to do that. So I'm gonna test this out here. I'm gonna have to speak a little bit louder, guys, for the stream. But the way that you would basically set it up is like this. You'd put it up here, disconnect the 3M tape, put it on the spot that you wish to have it there, and that's that. Now, the one that I actually think I'm gonna be installing on my car is the one that I'm gonna show you guys right after. So on my Hyundai, which is actually where I think I'm gonna be installing this one, I'm gonna show you guys how it would roll if I were to do it in my Hyundai. And that right there is where I think I need it the most, because I don't daily drive as much as I do.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Of course, Siri tells me what to do. So again, this is one of the, if I were to actually give you guys like what would this be in terms of cars? I would say that this camera, realistically, is kind of like a Camaro SS. Okay, the Camaro SS of the DDPAI lineup. However, the camera that I really, really want to be installing on my car, and I might not do it on the live stream now, but I want to talk to you guys about the features that this car has. That the camera has versus this one. Pardon me one sec while I go ahead and take out the dash cam from here. And also get ready to show you guys the next camera, which, by the way, this camera here is the one that I'm going to be replacing. Literally, like, I'm going to be replacing my current setup here for this one. This is the camera that will be replacing my current dash cam, which is the Red Tiger dash cam. I'm going to be replacing it for the DDPAI Z60 Pro. So if we're going to be talking car terms right now, I'm probably going to say that that is going to be like the ZL1 of the 5th gen crowd. This is their flagship one. And just like you saw earlier with the N5 dual camera, this one does have, again, the 4K capacity, but this one has 4K, 1080. It also has an enhanced super night mode, which, as I mentioned before, night mode is something that a lot of cameras seem to not get right. And it's actually, I think, the ultimate test of when a camera is actually 4K, good resolution. And honestly, in some cases, it could be the difference between you capturing a street light, a specific license plate, something. So the fact that this has that capacity is something that's really worth exploring and definitely considering. Now, here's what the really cool thing about this too is that it also offers it in 60 frames per second and 3K resolution if you decide to switch it to the 60 frames per second. But technologically speaking, this is just the more enthusiast version of the recent dash cam that I just showed you now, which was the N5 Dual. So again, you got the Camaro SS and you got the Camaro ZL1. And rightfully so, I will be replacing this camera that I currently have on with this one here. So we can stay tuned for a separate video when I do the installation on that. But let me show you guys what we are working with here. So let's back it up. And you guys, you know, I always tell people this, like the first thing that you guys should be doing is not modifying your car's exhaust, not doing any of that stuff. The first thing you should be doing is getting a dash cam on your car if you don't have it. I cannot explain to you guys how big of a deal it is to not have a dash cam, especially if you live in a big city, especially if you live in South Florida, and the quality of the dash cam does matter. A $70 dash cam is way different from a $150, $200 dash cam. So that is something that is really worth exploring when you are looking for dash cams. And again, this one right here, the Z60 Pro, this is the one that, again, I'm literally gonna be replacing my current dash cam for this just because of how good it is and how much technologically more advanced this is versus the one that I currently have. So we're gonna pop it open here. Look at that. Huge difference. Now, one of the differences that we had before from the N5 Dual, the N5 Dual was, again, the Camaro SS, so it's a good camera. However, the only way for you to actually view what you're seeing is via the phone. So if you wanted to kind of see a preview of what you're looking at, you'd have to use your phone for that, which, you know, to each their own. I think for the, I guess, best bang for your buck in terms of like the most affordable but best value, this one would be the right move. However, what's important to note is the fact that you have this camera here. First of all, look at the color on this thing. It's got like a gold, right? Like a like not crimson, I'm sorry. It's like a gold color. And check it out. If you actually put these the color of my car and this together, it does look like Iron Man. Sorry, I get a little ADHD with some of these things, but as you can see here, this is a screened dash cam, which me personally, I really enjoy having devices, especially dash cam, that I can consistently see a preview of. So if your camera doesn't have a preview, you don't know what you're filming. You don't know if it's slightly tilted. You don't know if you can engage with the menu. And as you can see here, there's plenty of buttons here that you can definitely engage with. So this is actually gonna be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And what's currently really interesting about this camera here too, is that, like I mentioned before, this shoots in 4K. This has the night mode capacity as the N5 Dual, but it has the Starvis Sony IMX678 sensor, which I guess in layman terms can be here that it's a big feature to help for image quality and stabilization. Stabilization not so much in camera, but the image quality, to how it adapts to different exposures and different conditions that you'll be seeing on the road. So it's actually one of the best things about this particular one. And it's also great for, as I mentioned before, in low light scenarios. So I actually want to show you guys turning it on, getting it started, just to turn it on, just to see how it looks inside of my ZL1. And let me tell you, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to replace it now. Actually, maybe not now in the stream, but I'm definitely gonna have to replace this dash cam with the one that I currently have in there, because I'm not gonna lie, like that dash cam has been great, but this one just not only looks the part, feels the part, but the additional features that this has is something that I just need to upgrade, and I need to treat the ZL1 as good as I can. So that's gonna be the next step, or the next modification that you'll probably be seeing me do on the channel here. All right, so let me bring the box over there. And as I mentioned before, this is the Dual. So you also do get a second camera for the back. Right here. Again, something that is completely slept on. Oh, and here you have a tool. So this is a tool that you would probably need to use if you are going to be installing it in the headliner. So it could be a nice flush, So it could be a nice flush install or design. That's how you're gonna put it over here. You're gonna lift it up and then pass the cables through here. And I actually did it with the dash cam that I currently have, but again, I didn't really want to, like invest too much into the camera, just because, you know, I feel like I didn't need to do it. But now that I actually have this one, I do feel like I do need to upgrade, and I do want to actually install it on my car. So really quickly, let's go over the different ports. This is actually one of the positions, the sensors, I'm sorry, this is one of the cables that you'll be needing to connect it to this camera here. And my gosh, it just looks so cool. It literally just looks like something out of a Star Wars movie or something like that. All right, so this one, we're gonna need a cigarette lighter because it does not come with a cigarette lighter connector. So I can actually connect this directly into my car. So my car has a USB-C, actually I have it right here. I had it in my hand the whole time. How exciting, guys. Let me go get my keys. So, by the way, we still have to test some of the products that we're gonna see on the Azera, which is actually where I think we're gonna see most of, I think, the biggest surprises for today. So, let me turn on the camera just so you guys can see it. Hopefully, you guys get a good look. But again, it's the best type of quality compared to the N5 Dual.
Hello, DDPAI.
Did you hear that? Hello, DDPAI. So I did say it right.
Memory card recording. Connect the dash camera to its app to update the time.
Oh, okay. Okay, Siri. So let's see what's up. Okay.
Connect the dash camera to its app to update the time.
So basically, you would have to connect it to the app to continue the setup here. You adjust the time. It's actually currently recording now. That's pretty crazy. Wow. I think it just took a picture of me. How funny is that? So yeah, you set the date, time. Once you start configuring it, setting it up on the app is incredibly easy to do, very straightforward. And most of the interactions and of course the administrative parts of the camera, for example, changing the FPSs or changing the type of mode that you want to film in, or if you want to download some of the images or the videos that you just took, that is where you're going to actually interact and see all of that. Now, what's really good about this is that you also have the different controls down here. Of course, I just turned the car off. But again, you can either control it via a screen here or on the app. It gives you that option. Me personally, I like to have like that extra option. If you're in a position where you can afford a nicer camera to get that convenience and that preview, I strongly suggest that you look into a camera like this. And guys, ultimately, what you need to know is dash cams are never a waste of money. Never a waste of money. If you are in a position where you drive a lot or you're just constantly on the move, perhaps, you know, your son or a family member that you might have may not be the best driver and you just want to make sure that they're protected or you're protected from other people like that, dash cams are the way to go. And again, if nothing ever happens, you have a very powerful camera that can capture in 4K and 1080 in the back, which is again super necessary in today's day and age to be able to capture license plates and all of those crucial details. But again, if you don't need it for that purpose, you have a dash cam that you can use for content creation. And it's gonna be content that you can actually like upload and people can engage with it and enjoy it and see it. So I think that if you're gonna choose a dash cam, the real winner, in my opinion, is definitely gonna be the Z60. It just, first of all, looks better, feels better, so much more convenient, offers way more features. But the best thing of all is that, again, it is the best quality of them all. 4K, baby. 4K. So, we are now concluded with the first two products. The next product that I want to share with you guys is a product that, truthfully, I'm probably going to need to try out first on my Azera. So as part of this stream, I'm gonna be basically backing up and going front and back with some of the cars here, just because, again, I wanna test out a lot of these next few items with the Camaro, but mostly with the Hyundai. So the next thing on our list is going to be the THINKCAR Mini Diagnostic tool. Okay, so as the name speaks for itself, it's a diagnosing tool that you can use to connect to pretty much every single car past like the age of like 1996 and above. So basically every single car for like the last 31 years, give or take. And it's a great product, not just because it's a diagnostic tool, which is very good to have in today's day and age, because you know, cars are getting older, codes are always coming out and about, but it's a product that literally, it's a mini. Like literally, you could fit this anywhere. Like let's actually take a stroll right now to some of the places that you can actually put it in the Camaro ZL1. You can put it right there, glove compartment. You can even carry it in your pocket. You know, if you want to be that friend that always has a OBD or a diagnosing tool right there. So it's good because this is, again, something that is very portable, very easy to use, very front and center. And of course, just like I mentioned before, you do have a application that you can control it with. And right now, we're gonna take a quick moment to swap cars because I really want to test that out on my Hyundai Azera. And of course, you guys are going to be able to hear on the live stream how my ZL1 starts and how it sounds. Before that, I want to check you guys' messages. You know, what's up? What do you guys think? See you at Homestead for the event at the track. I'm going to see if I could try to go, guys, really quickly. Hey, what's going on, dude? Martini, bro, that guy's been a day one. He's been a day one. Gabe, go to Camaro Fest. I got my tickets for it already. Oh, that's good. I believe that's Camaro Fest, or is that LS Fest? Let me know in the DMs. Is it daytime in America? Yes, it is. It is currently, I don't have my phone on me, but I believe it's 5 o'clock. Somewhere around 5 o'clock is what the time is. All right, so let's start up the ZL1. Get this thing in motion, boys. Woo! That's never gonna not like surprise me. Nice, I can't find my phone. Can't find my phone. All good, no worries. We're gonna move the car right now, so enjoy some sounds from the Camaro ZL1. I'll give you guys a little bit of a rev. Alrighty, let go. Guys, this is so funny. I guess this is what it's like to own a successful or a garage, right? That you're consistently like backing cars in and out and whatnot. All right. Whoopa. Oh, it feels so good to be in the rain right now. I'm not gonna lie. It is so hot in the garage. But guys, for the next product, I really want to test out on the Hyundai because again, the Hyundai has been neglected very heavily. Oh, okay, the Camaro Fest in Bowling Green. I'm gonna see if I can try to make it there. Hopefully I can get a sponsorship opportunity, but if not, it's fine. Let's test out the THINKCAR mini scanner. Oh, very important. Keys to the Hyundai. I have not driven this car in literally 2 months. It's been being used by another person, and you guys can probably hear me in the car, but this thing is like in desperate need of attention and love. All right, so we're pulling in now. Shoot. All right, guys, so yeah, this thing definitely needs some attention literally everywhere. So, the THINKCAR app, right here. THINKCAR Diagnostics tool. It's like most products nowadays, they require for you to download the app. In this case, we are going to be setting up a new gadget, and it's actually pretty easy to do so. Once you actually go ahead and create an account, plug it in, and get rolling. So I'm gonna take this right now because it's not prompting me to create an account or to connect the serial, but we're just gonna try it either way. Guys, this is I literally have no words to describe how neglected this car is, literally. But to be fair, guys, I have my ZL1, and that's like my primary content car. So, activation. I'm gonna briefly put this in. So on the serial number, it's gonna come in the package here. And you know, what's really cool about products like these is, you know, it depends on the type of person that you are. Having it on your phone can be incredibly convenient because me personally, sometimes depending on the product and how fast and the, I guess the flow of the software, it may not be that enjoyable to use, but when you have it on the app here and you can simultaneously kind of like exchange or like look around pieces of information, you know, it's good to have. So you can connect to the GPS tracking or the usage here. Okay. There we go, ready to use. Sí, estoy live. All right. So with the Hyundai Azera, we have right here. There we go. Light turns on. And guys, like most OBD2 sensors, it's going to basically be able to read as much codes as possible and give you all information on it. You know, what's going on, is the car responding? And quite frankly, I'm actually a little bit worried about what I'm going to see because, look, it says Diagnosis starting. Waiting. Oh God, the anticipation is too much, guys. It's too much. Like, I genuinely, like, oh. OBD2 ISO Canvas protocol failed. Let's see. You know what's actually really crazy? When the light came on, well, me personally, if you guys want to guess in the stream what could potentially be the problem. So, first of all, I'd like to actually ask you guys what you think is going to be the issue. Do you think it's going to be something like O2 sensor related? Do you think it might be something with timing? Hopefully it's not something with timing, because dude, if it's something with timing, that could potentially be a pretty fatal flaw. So yeah, on the app, it gives you different system diagnostics. Of course, once you actually diagnose the car and you've gotten the reports that you need to report, you can print it to yourself and send it back. But if I were to really compare this product to, again, a car trim level, I would really say that this is more of like, this is more like the V6, an RS, kind of like the entry level type of scanner that it's good to have, it's good to use. Again, it's going to be able to showcase pretty much all types of codes at a very high level view. But I think the more interesting product that I'm going to show you guys is going to be up next, especially when we're talking about portable type of chargers. But again, for the money, for the value, this is a really good and efficient way of scanning your cars. But let me tell you, what's really interesting about this one. Oh man, let me see if I can. Key not detected. What do you mean key not detected? Boy, I need my key right now. Alrighty, guys. How old is your Camaro? Bro, your old Camaro's on Facebook Marketplace? No way. Wow, that was actually a huge reminder. Wow. Send me a link. Send me the link, and I'll check it out later, guys. Oh, hey, I'm so glad to see that you got a Camaro because of me. I'm so glad I could be an inspiration. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like the videos, man. Hopefully you might be able to get a Camaro soon. Oops. All right. All right, so we turn on the car. Got a bunch of readings right now. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm actually like, yeah, you can see a check engine light right here. Oh. Oh man, that's a little worrisome, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna lie, I want to be able to test out, I want to be able to know what is the actual problem with my car with the next product. Why I want to show you with the next product. First of all, this is the THINKCAR mini diagnostics tool. Again, you can basically plug it in and it'll give you all the readings that you need to have. But most importantly, it's something that you can operate on your phone anywhere, doesn't occupy space. It's really good. But I want to talk to you guys about the next product here. First of all, guys, what do you like to use for diagnosing your car? I'm curious to know what you guys like to use as well. And by the way, with this product here, you can basically use up to like 100 and I believe it's like 20 or something different car brands. So literally everything from Hyundai, Chevrolet, Saturn, you name it. Any brand, this will more than likely be able to recognize it, read the codes, and give you guys a more accurate reading of what's going on under the hood or with the computer. So that is the THINKCAR. Again, what's really good is it reads what you gotta read. But if you're looking for something a little bit more contemporary, and I say contemporary because when I found out about this product being able to do what this product does, I low-key was just like, we're evolving too fast as a species. But the next car product that we're gonna be using here is the MUCAR BT200 Max. This is a product that, first of all, I want to show you the packaging. All right, this is something that for me is like, it's significantly more presentable than the THINKCAR that we just did. And I want you guys to know that this product here looks good. Okay, it comes in like a little case here. Like, please, like look at that, guys. Come on, come on. Presentation it's so much nowadays. Especially, it's like you need to do it, right? You open the case, and here you are. Will you buy a MUCAR with me? No, I'm kidding. So here is the MUCAR BT200 Max. Now, this product here is similar to the THINKCAR in the sense of it being able to read codes, tell you codes, but this is a bi-directional scan tool, which basically means that it not only is able to receive information from the ECU, from the car itself, but it is also able to actually send signals back. So you may actually be able to trigger certain functions of your car for live testing, which is a huge, huge, huge advantage, especially if you want to diagnose a specific problem that you are getting a problem reading. So let's say you wanted to turn on a fan, right? You can actually turn on the fan with this product and the app, of course. Something that you couldn't do with the THINKCAR mini diagnosing tool. So that's actually a really important thing to take into account when you are looking for new products and whatnot. So again, this one kind of is like the, I would say, more of a 6th gen conversation. I think this would be more like a, gosh, I would, you know what? I would still call it the Camaro SS. Okay, I'll call it the Camaro SS because it is still, it's a little bit more above and beyond, and not just because of that, but also because this product here, it has the bidirectional function, but it also has an AI powered assist. Yeah, I didn't stutter. I did not stutter. AI powered assist. So essentially, what it means is that once you plug this in, we'll test it out right now, but once you plug it in, you run the scans. You see a specific issue, you click on it. We'll try it out now, but you see a specific issue. You can actually click on that, and then it will actually give you recommendations, forums. Obviously, this is information that is caught from the internet, so this is AI powered stuff. It sources out information and gives it to you so you can directly solve it there or have information on the spot, rather than just kind of like the THINKCAR situation where when you get the diagnosis, you create a PDF and then you have to go sit down at your desk and you do it there. No, you can actually just get the live diagnosis there, or a potential what could possibly be doing this and how can you fix it. So it's just a little bit more of a premium product that you can do. And as I mentioned before, like the THINKCAR that we just saw right now, it's portable. You could literally take this anywhere. Like you could literally have this anywhere. You could put it up, and you could store it in the hat if you wanted to. I don't know who would want to do that. You could put it in the car, the compartment, glove compartment. you can take it anywhere you need to go. And that's actually one of the most important things I think about these, is that they're portable. You know, you can give it to somebody, and that's really important to have. So just like the THINKCAR, you also have an application. And the application is going to be the HQ for this product. You're going to be able to basically control most of it. And that's honestly, it's honestly really cool. I'm actually more impressed with the bi-directional feature for testing, but the AI thing is pretty damn cool. I mean, I feel like everything has AI. Next thing you know, your coffee maker is gonna have AI too. So we're gonna see right now. I wanna hear what you guys think. I sent you the link to your Instagram. Oh, okay, man. I'll definitely check it out as soon as I can, but thank you for letting me know, guys. All right, so I want you guys to see how I go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and create an account really quickly. We'll put my email address that I actually was communicating with all of my recent merch purchases. And I'm starting to see that a lot of people started receiving their merch. So that is awesome to see that. official@gmail.com. We'll come up with a password here. This is really exciting, bro. I'm actually really excited to test out the AI feature. Perfect. GV Aspirated. GV Aspirated. What a funny name. The story behind that is actually hilarious. If you guys ever want to hear about it, let me know in the live stream if you guys want to hear the story about how I came up with the GV Aspirated name. But it's gmail.com. There we go. Oh, it's already been registered. Okay, I'm gonna have to do the forgot password. But yeah, guys, what's really interesting about new products like these is little, not really little, but innovative technology, like the AI-powered thing. In today's day and age, having information readily available, and also with sizing too. I feel like that's also such a really, so as of right now, I'm gonna have to say, you're gonna have to get this. This is for me, the most important product for scanning as of right now. Official@gmail.com. It's saying that I don't have an account, but then I do. No worries. I'll use my other account. You know, what's really cool about the, having, I would say, these sensors, right? These OBD readers is, actually, you know what? It would have been so useful to have this when I had that incident a few months ago with my ZL1. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was a situation where I genuinely had no idea how to diagnose it. I didn't know what to do. I don't know what codes were going on. I don't know if I could actually like drive it. Okay, so I just sent myself a code to create a new account. And say it with me now. 735036 735-036. Okay, so now we're going to create a password. Guys, which are the... I have a question for anybody that's watching. What is the craziest code that you have ever seen while you were diagnosing your car? And I mean like that you were like, holy crap, this is not good. Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to see what you guys have experienced, and hopefully I never experience, but yeah. And let me know in the live stream, guys, like I want to know what you guys think is going to be some of the codes that we're going to find on my Azera, because again, this car has been neglected heavily. Like it's really bad. Okay, so here we have it. This is the main menu. Really quickly, we are going to start making our way back to the OBD port here. And guys, but yeah, guys, let me know, please. I really want to know which is, what's the craziest code that you've ever seen on your car. I think the craziest code that I have seen once on my Corolla was a timing problem. This was years ago. But anyways, let me show you what we're gonna do here. All right, so we're gonna plug in the OBD scanner here. It locks in, get a little green light here. OBD function. Oh, we gotta activate. Gotta activate it. That's fine, because we have that here. Whew, man, you know, guys, you know what's crazy? That this car, I bought it 5 years into owning my Camaro SS, and in that time frame, I think I bought this car with like 105,000 miles or something, and now it's actually close to almost 160,000 miles. So this has been a wild ride with my car. And honestly, being able to diagnose the check engine light, it's great to know that. But man, I am, you may not see it on camera, but I'm actually kind of like a little bit nervous because I don't want this to have some catastrophic issue. And at 160,000 miles, it's very probable that there is something there lingering. So let's go ahead. We just finished activating the, congratulations. Okay. I'm gonna install the software that it's asking for me to do. Right now, we're gonna put in the information here. So this is gonna be for a 2014 Hyundai Azera. You know, you don't really see too many Azeras actually. You know, like it's not a very like common. It's not a very common car. Grandeur Azera. 2014. There we go. Okay, we installed it. So it says that it's connecting now. Assuming that I did everything correct on the installation process. Oh, Diagnose is starting. That's crazy. So currently, it seems that there's a few steps that we have to follow in order for it to appropriately synchronize and to find the thing. Actually, what am I doing? Okay. We got basic information about the car. Data stream supported 47. My gosh, man, there's so much information here. I bet somebody can really nerd out about this because there's just so much things that you can like explore with this thing. But yeah, guys, let me know which has been the craziest search you have done or the craziest scan that you have seen. And let me know, because I genuinely want to know. And how did you discover it? What tool did you use to discover it? I would love to see what you guys are working with. Damn. There's actually a lot of stuff going on the app too, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. 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 So I got some piece of information here. And I'm not going to reveal it just yet. Okay? I'm not going to reveal it just yet because the answer to what we're going to see right now, I would like for the other products that I want to be testing out in this stream is going to be doing too. But I'm glad to see that this thing worked. Oops. Oh, it has a special lock. So like the other OBD sensor that I had, the THINKCAR, it didn't lock into place like this one. This one like kind of like actually locks in pretty good, like really good. Okay. You want to make sure that it's fastened, isn't it? Damn. There we go. You really like to stick onto there, huh? So yeah, guys, this is the MUCAR BT 200 Max. Now, there is, again, the biggest difference between the THINKCAR mini reader and this product, the MUCAR, is the fact that there is AI help, detection, and problem assisting, and it also has the bidirectional function. So when I actually saw the codes that this was coming up on, there is actual feature where I can actually turn on certain factors or certain pieces of the actual car while this is connected. So I think it's a no-brainer. If you're looking for a product that is portable, that is easy to use, that is connectable via Bluetooth, that has those AI-powered functions and assists, while also having a bidirectional function as well, which is good for testing because you want to be able to be in the spot, pressing a button and seeing certain parts turn on or engage. So if you're looking for something like that, the MUCAR is definitely going to be the best option for you. Now, the THINKCAR was good, but I think that this one is, again, the Camaro SS of the diagnoses that we've currently done today. So without further ado, let me look at your guys' stream. I want to see what you guys have to say. It is a really, really poppin' chat, though. I don't know, guys. Maybe I will end up going to Bowling Green. We have to see. Some planning that I have to do beforehand, but I think it might be possible. It might be possible. So for the next product that we want to test out, that I actually am very, very excited to test out, because this is actually the first time that I have ever worked with a this is the first time that I've ever worked with a product of this nature. Okay. Okay. But before we get started, I need to ask you guys really quickly, before we continue, what are some of the things that you think is going to be? Either comment it in the comment section below or put it in the live stream. Now, I'm actually going to switch up the battery here because it is dying. We're going to spin together. Ladies and gentlemen, spin, spin, spin. And right here, there we go. Whew. But yeah, guys, it's been a really, really interesting live stream so far. Good products have been shown. I think as of right now, we've covered the basis of protecting your vehicles and also making sure that you understand what is happening to your vehicles from an invisible point of view, meaning from technology, okay? So right now, we're gonna test out the next product that, again, is gonna be used for investigating what is wrong with my Hyundai Azera. So the next product on our list today is going to be this ThinkCAR, or ThinkScan, sorry, this ThinkScan Plus S7. So this is part of the ThinkCAR brand. So we just saw the ThinkCAR mobile diagnosing tool, but now we have something a little bit more professional, if you will. If we're gonna compare what type of car this is, this will certainly be the ZL1 of the diagnosing tools. Why? Because this comes with several features, not just the regular code scanning, but it covers everything from engine, ABS, transmission, airbags, every single type of control module that you have. However, the type of scanning codes that you'll be able to see exceeds everything that we have seen so far. So as something that I would really like to show you is the actual product itself. So this is it. It's a very cool looking product that also, just like the other products that I had mentioned before, this is actually a product that has lifetime updates. And that's important to know because as companies progressively, especially companies that offer data information, they're consistently updating their software, so the user infotainment and engagement is a lot easier. So you can basically continuously do that. And again, this is the ThinkScan S7. Look at this thing. Kind of looks like a... It kind of looks like something out of Star Wars, right? Like you pull this out of something and all the data and all the information is here. I mean, I guess it kind of is something like that because it is a scanner that we're going to be using on my Hyundai Azera. So we're going to first test out on the Azera. And as we start to see products like this that are more deep dive level, that is where we're going to start to see a little bit more of the results that I've been wanting to see myself, especially with my Hyundai. Oh, nice. Check it out. So we're going to test this out on my Hyundai first, and then we're going to do a scan on my ZL1. Then we're going to compare what type of settings we'll see, and hopefully there's nothing that I am not witnessing, because right now I don't have a check engine light on my car, but I do with this one right here, the Azera. But hold on, because this is a deep scanner, I might see something that I don't want to see. But oh yeah, that is in the name of science and of live streaming and content, we're gonna do that for you guys. So first things first, gonna make sure he is there. We are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Diagnosing the Hyundai Azera with the ThinkCAR ThinkScan Plus S7. All right, so first things first, you're going to connect it to the reader down here. Oh, silly me. Comes with the plug there, so you don't break anything. Whew. All right, guys, I think this is the time when we're gonna where I actually want to reveal what's wrong with my car. Again, I don't really know what to expect, but let's see. So first things first, to connect it to a power source. I'm gonna also turn on the car here. This is what we see. Welcome. Oh, very cool. Boom, boom, boom. So here's the main menu. Scan, OBD, reset, all of the basic services that you would expect to have on a scanning tool of this grade. Again, this is more for, I would say, a DIY enthusiast that just wants more information on their car. So we'll first, it's already connected to the Wi-Fi. I don't know how that happened. No, I'm kidding. I set it up. So the first things first, let's try scanning the car first. So we're gonna put in the information here. We'll start off with the scanning and then we'll first check out the OBD reader. So this is going to be a Hyundai, straight from Korea. Hyundai. No, it's Hyundai or Hyundai? Not really sure what that is. It gave me two options there. So let's just see what we see on our end. It's actually really cool, man. Like what I really enjoy. Oh, please input 17 figures of the VIN code. I want to try a different method. Let's see. So I think, let me try doing the 12 pin. The thing is that there's so much information here that if you are somebody that isn't really, like, this is actually something that is overqualified, honestly. Like, it just offers you so much more information than what you would want to have. I guess for like the basic stuff like that. So right now, I just want to see. Wow. Oh, let me turn on the car. Okay. It's actually a lot, dude. Like, I'm playing around with the settings here, and I literally, like, there's even a consultation feature here. Consult. Online service. That's pretty cool, man. Oh, wow, you can. Huh. Huh. How interesting. Let's try this again. Wow. Yeah, look at first of all, look at all the cars that they have here. I'm not even kidding. I've never even heard of some of these. Mahindra. Mahindra, that's in India. That's a car brand in India. Literally, never heard of it. But again, it's just an example of what you could potentially use this for, and some of the really all right. Manually select. It's been detected. Okay. So here it loads some information here. 3.3 liter, okay. Very cool. So we're gonna do a health report. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff happening right now. Okay. Hold on. Okay. 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 Hold on. So, all right. Quite a bit of things here. Okay. We're gonna first start off with the good stuff. Okay. From what I'm seeing. And by the way, this is basically the same thing. That, some of the things that I think I didn't see some of this on the other one. Maybe I didn't glance over it correctly, but let me just show you guys. So here we have the cluster module, the body control module, air conditioning. That's something that immediately my eyes gravitated towards. Everything normal, normal. I showed you the bad stuff. Okay. TCM, transmission control module. Perfect. Everything is good. PODS F, ACU communication error. CAN, I'm not even gonna lie, I have no idea what that is. The battery voltage is low. I'm gonna have to check what that could potentially, how that could, oh, it's for the airbag. So it's essentially the airbag. Interesting. Oh, what do you know? Yeah. So, airbag right there. And evaporation emission system leak detected. It's a small leak. Code P0442. And then the P0456 is an evaporative emission system leak detected. So I suppose that this is something that is fairly innocuous, and that's why we're having the check engine light. So I don't want to sound super exaggerated, but I dodged the bullet. Okay, I dodged the bullet, and whew, doesn't seem to be like it's something that is very serious specifically with this Hyundai. However, let's go ahead and click it out. So missing or loose fuel cap, incorrect fuel filler. Oh, so this is something fuel related. Oh yeah, evaporative emission. Okay, so interesting to know. Interesting to know. Again, very small leak. So let's say that we wanted to Google search it. We can. Assuming that it connects to the Wi-Fi, which it already does. But check it out. We have a Google search or Google capacity before GTA 6. Am I right? Very cool. And look, check it out. So it actually gives you a YouTube video that it shows up there on how to fix this issue. Now, I don't have any issue on my on my Camaro ZL1. I don't have any check engine lights. We'll check it out later. But if I did, I wonder if I looked up on YouTube and one of my videos came up. Hopefully, none of the issues that I've ever had that I made a video on would be there, but it's good to know. But yeah, guys, this tool is really interesting because, first of all, with the touchscreen navigation, you can scroll through the internet, literally Google, and you can see videos on how to fix whatever the issue that you scanned is. And that's honestly really, really cool. That's really, really cool that we can do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect it and diagnosis. By the way, as soon as you finish getting the diagnosis, you're actually able to print it out, send yourself a report, have it stored on file. And that's about it. Pretty cool, guys. Wow, that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to first check out the ZL1 now. So let's go ahead and bring the, same thing before. Now, unfortunately, with this tool, you do have to have it connected to a power source with it. So if you're already here doing that, it's not an issue, but just FYI, it needs to be connected for you to activate and engage with it. So let's go ahead and check out my Camaro ZL1 now. So we're gonna back this up real quick. We're gonna back it up, back it up, back it up. And you know what's actually, before we actually end up backing it up, you know, before I may come up with a diss track right now, what am I talking about? Before I come out with the ZL1 and I start bringing that into here, I just want to let you guys know that, again, this product looks good, feels good, incredibly functional as well. And again, you can pick these tools up as part of the summer sale from June 1st to June 10th. And remember, some of the discounts that we're seeing here are massive, huge. Like there are literally some products that are as discounted as up to 40%. So check it out in the description. If you haven't done it already, check it out in the description because you can actually get this product for a good discount using my code. And again, incredibly useful, guys. In the day and age of information and accessibility, it's important to have stuff like this. So that is the Thinkscan ThinkCAR Plus S7. And I actually really liked it. And we're actually going to test it out. Before we conclude it, I want to test it out with my ZL1 now. So first, let's move the Hyundai back. I don't think we're going to be able to hear any crazy sounds, so let's just back it up now. Oops. I do need to do an oil change on this car, FYI. All right. Perfect. Woohoo! All right, so now it's time to do my ZL1, the star of the show, if you will. Anybody else see the Michael movie? All right. Well, I want to show you guys front and center how this is going to look like. Check it out. It sounds so good, guys. So good. Except the exhaust rattle that you might be hearing. Woo! All right. Let me move it up just a little bit more, just in case, you know what I mean? And it's an excuse to rev it up a little bit. All right, you know I had to let it set in. All right, so let's test out the S7 on my Camaro. Let's use a deep dive diagnosing tool to really evaluate if everything is truly okay with my Camaro ZL1. Something that, again, I haven't gotten any check engine lights in quite some time. However, I have gotten one in the past, and that was from the throttle body actuator, and I made an entire video on that as well, so you guys can check that out. But for the purpose of this video, I want to keep it very quick. We're going to see how it looks like, and let's get it. All right, so it's going to be right here. Yep. For that, I want to fix my camera stand because he wants to be funny. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna test out the Thinkscan on my ZL1. Let's see what we find. Okay, we're gonna exit this. Just connected it now. And where is the key? Of course, the key is over here. Okay. So, same thing as before. We're gonna check what vehicle we're riding with today, and that is gonna be a beautiful 5th generation Camaro ZL1. Okay, I'm just saying, just saying. And we're gonna see Chevrolet here. Gonna turn it on. Chevrolet. This is a 2013. Guys, this is 13 years old. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Time flies. All right. We're gonna do a health report, right? We can also do a system scan later, but I'm really focused on the health report. That's really what I'm concerned about. All right, so we're already getting some readings here now. Engine control module. I want to show you guys everything that this thing captures. Engine control module, electronic brake control module. No problems, no worries. Just as I suspected, fuel pump. Fuel pump. That's an important one. Fuel pump control module. All right, so we got quite a things back, but we'll later address some of these later in the rest of the stream. But so for the first thing I want to show you guys, front seat heating control modules fine, heat and ventilation, aka the AC, fine, all is good. Auxiliary gauge, instrument cluster, perfect. That's down there. Yeah, everything is good. The electronic brake control, fuel pump control, that's important. Engine control module, perfect. Now, the problem actually seems to be coming from the body control module. And this is all something that I already saw. However, this tells me a little bit more information about why the TPMS sensors or the tire monitor system is throwing the code. So right now it's showing me that there's a keyless entry transmitter. So it's basically telling me that my key battery is kind of like cooked. So that's something that we might have to address at a later point. Very easy to do. Next thing is going to be that it tells me the tire pressure sensor, it's receiving too few pulses, meaning that it's either not connected or not activated or not working, or the battery is fried. But it will say if the battery is fried. Look, low voltage, right rear tire pressure sensor, low voltage. So already it's telling me that there's low voltage on that happening, or potentially that it's not even connected. So good thing is that there's nothing that is underlying that I'm missing that this thing has not found yet. So everything is good. I'm glad to see that this worked on my ZL1 effortlessly. Sorry. Actually, let's try doing the scan feature. I would love to see what I got there. And actually, you know what? I want to show you guys really quickly. System scan. Let's see here. Okay. Processing in progress. Double P. Again, same thing. Everything is normal, guys. Everything is normal, which is a great sign. I wish I would have been able to show you guys something a little bit more complex, something a little bit more more scary, if you will. But it seems that I am actually pretty blessed. Okay. Read fault code. Let me see if it reads anything. There is no troubleshooting code. Perfect, guys. This is perfect. So as we saw before, this is a tool that we can actually use. This is a tool that we can use for communicating also on the internet. So if I ever had a more serious code that I had to address, I could look it up online and get an immediate answer or a suggestive answer via the internet connection, which is fantastic, guys. It's something that is incredibly useful. And honestly, I'm really glad that I'm able to have it with this product. So let's bring you guys up here. All right, let's bring you guys a little bit up here. We got a lot of conversations to keep having right now. We're not done yet. We still got a little bit more to go. I want to show you guys more exciting products that you can get, again, all through June. This is all happening through June, guys. We're getting some really great discounts through the GV Aspirated name. Again, you can see some discounts up to like 40%. So depending on the product, Everything is listed in the description below, guys. I would love for you guys to check it out and see what you guys think. But right now, we are concluding our Thinkscan S7 Plus tool. Great, great, great function. And it looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Like this looks like a, for all my Halo fans, that looks like an energy sword type of thing. I don't know. All right, so next up to bat is going to be a tool that, again, we've explored so far. And this one is just, for me, just a little bit better than the last one. So let me share with you guys the new TOPDON RD Diagnostics 500. This is, again, another diagnosis tool. And as you've probably been noticing, we've been doing a live stream kind of starting from, I would say, trim level, the lowest to the greatest. And if I actually had to give a tier rating for the products and the configurations and the potentials that this thing has, I would probably name this as the number one. And I saved the best for last. We're gonna try it on my ZL1 first, and then we're gonna move to the Hyundai Azera. But right now, let me show you guys how this thing looks like. And of course, it comes in fantastic packaging. You get a little pouch where you can have everything here. Now, again, what's really good about this particular product is that you do have to connect to the internet, because it does have, again, like that Google searching feature as well. But it also has something that perhaps a lot of you guys may or may not care for, and that is Bluetooth connectivity, right? So if you're somebody that doesn't really care for having your phone paired to a device, this is actually something that could potentially be something that you might be interested in, because you don't have the connectivity issues, you don't have the Bluetooth worries, your phone doesn't have to be charged to use it. It'd be good to use it, but you don't have to use it in this situation. So, wow, this, first of all, the casing is very nice. It's beautiful. This is the device. Jesus, what a big difference here. This looks so professional grade. The screen is enormous too. Like, look at this. It's like the size of my head. So it's a good size for, you know, people that are weak of sight. But let's turn it on, right? Oops. Sorry, I forgot that one of the things that you have to remember. Oh, I'm hitting the OK button. Guys, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, guys. I'm cooked. I'm cooked, guys. I'm cooked. So here we are. What I like about this product, and stay with me now, okay? What I like about this is that you don't actually have to be connected to a power supply, because the power supply is internal. So I could literally have this device anywhere and not be connected to the car. Let's say I want to go get a drink. Let's say I want to go show it to another colleague, because if this, again, these type of tools is good to use not just at home for your DIY specialists and your DIYers, but this is also a fantastic product if you have a shop or perhaps a small business that you are, you know, needing to offer these services to other people. So you can literally use this anywhere, right? And pretty much it carries a lot of the great features that we just saw with the S7 Plus or the Plus S7, and of course some of the other stuff that we saw with the THINKCAR Mini, and of course the MUCAR B200. Again, you're gonna get all those features and more. But the best part about it is that you can literally use it anywhere. Like, I'm not, look, I'm not connected to the car. Now, when it is time to connect to the car, you of course have the necessary cables. This is actually screwed in here, so it's actually it doesn't feel cheap at all. That's what I really like about this. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And well, the good thing is that you can also, let's say that this breaks, right? You can always just buy another one, right? if you break it from the sources over there, you're kind of screwed, right? So again, you could have your OBD reader here attached to it, but it's not necessary to use it. And again, you have a copious amount of different functions. You have the update function, which again, software updates, normal with these type of tools, but again, you have access to that. Battery voltage readings. The main tool, of course, is the scan option. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you guys what it's like to actually scan with the TOPDON. By the way, TOPDON is a brand that I've actually worked with before. They are big players, especially in the automotive car product space. So seeing this name, it's good. It's good. And guys, it has 500 in it. 500. GT 500. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm a Camaro guy. But the number 500 is pretty damn awesome. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and test that out really quick. Now, for you guys that are on the live stream, perhaps you're watching now, let me know in the comment section below, what has been your favorite product that you have seen, or perhaps what is the code that you have seen before that literally startled you, that you were like, what the hell? What is that? I would love to see what you guys have to say. So right now, we're going to go ahead and do the next scan. All right, so, ooh, I just got donged right now, bro, donged. Now, again, since this product does not require a phone like the Mini, the THINKCAR Mini Diagnosis, and of course the MUCAR product, you can just plug and play, just like we just did with the Thinkscan Plus S7. Now, what's really interesting about the tools that I mentioned before is that this one in particular has ABS monitoring, which is the braking system monitoring. That's something that those other products do not have, and you can't necessarily engage with them to the effect that this one does. So let's go ahead and connect it into here. And let's see what type of codes we get again. Hopefully it gives me the same reading, that everything is fine, that, hey, Gabriel, you're good. You didn't got, no worries here. Everything is sunshine and rainbows. But let's see what we got. Okay, immediately connected. All right. So the confirmation is going to be the beep. Where do we go? Let's see. We got 90% charge, which is, guys, I really like that about this product, that you can literally use it anywhere. That's one of the things that I really like, the Thinkscan, THINKCAR one, but this one really is just like that extra added of convenience. So let's do diagnosis. Ow. I got to set up a password. Not to worry, because I actually know exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be putting my GV Aspirated email. Let's create an account. GV Aspirated. Guys, I'm actually so shocked at how far that name has come. Really, like it's just know that I literally never foresaw this ever getting this big, being in the opportunity to make videos like these, live stream opportunities with great products, great brands, and just doing this for a living is just, it's just amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a password really quickly here. When you are actually creating, or when you're actually purchasing products like this, a lot of this stuff helps you keep track of previous scans and whatnot. So that's probably why they're asking you to put it in there. So I'm gonna just do this again. But in the meantime, guys, while I set this up really quick, what is something that, again, you guys have seen? I would love to see what the most, what the craziest code that you've ever seen your car has gotten. I would love to see that, because I've seen some pretty nasty codes before, not necessarily with any of my cars now, but I can imagine how much of a stress it is to see that stuff. All right. Okay. Got to make sure everything is logged in order. And you know what's crazy? I wish I would have like had a tool like this when I had the Camaro SS, because I think I've spent a lot of time and effort and misdiagnosing my cars, and you know, it's just unnecessary time that was just being, you know, spent on nothing. So let's go ahead and check this code out. Oh, I do need my phone for the activation code. That's the only thing I'm probably going to need for this particular situation. And my phone is not here. You know what I'm going to need? I don't know if somebody has invented this product yet, but I would love to have a product that kind of has like your phone zip tied, or not zip tied, but essentially, oh, actually, you know what? It could be out here. Check this out. Cooked, my friends, cooked. All right, we're gonna send a code now. And we got it. Let's see what we have here. Create account. Oh, wrong code. Oh, I sent myself 2 codes. That's why. 2. Excellent. We just registered successfully. We're going to create an account, and then subsequent usage of this will mean that we do not have to register again. We don't have to log in with our emails. We can simply do any task. And again, it's important to have an email associated with that, just so you could, you know, you can have access to future data, and you know, especially if you run a shop and you want to make sure that you have a list of all of the different type of cars that you work on, and just keep it as a way of actually like organizing yourself. Okay, and we are good to go. Now we're gonna remember password because you guys are not. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead and test out the first ordeal here. Where are my keys? How funny. Ah, there they are. Okay. We're gonna test out the, yeah, no, I have to have a key on. BRB. And by BRB, I mean literally BRB. Okay, so, wow, this just, whoa. Okay, hold on. First of all, this just showed me like, again, a vast array of cars that you've heard of. And there's actually a car brand here that I can't believe they actually have it here, but nonetheless, they do. Compatible with Bugatti. Brother, are you telling me we can diagnose a Bugatti? Of course we can. With TOPDON, of course we can. All right, so let's see here. Diagnostics. We're gonna select a Chevrolet. Of course, we have the annoying alarm. So we're gonna do this manually just so you guys can see the features right here. So this is a 2013 Camaro. Scanning engine module. So it's asking for the type of motor that it has. And of course we are in the infamous LSA. And it's asking, this is the first time that they ask me this. It is a manual transmission. So right now we've got a quick confirmation of some of the basic information. It gave me my VIN number. It gave me all that stuff. Auto scan, hot functions, vehicle profile. I'm gonna try auto scan first just to see what's up. Auto scan. Okay. It's so anticlimactic, like that ding, 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 ding. Okay, so right here, engine control module, electronic brake control, blah, 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 blah. Seems to be all in good order. Now, I'm not actually seeing, it might be a different type of, it might be a different type of request. But you guys get the idea, right? So you basically use this to scan. If I wanted to say engine control module, limited slip differential, DCT reader. I mean, this is really interesting. Like there's a lot of things that you can get. Like that's the good thing about these things, good and bad. But the good thing is that, and I mean bad because there's just so much information that you could spend literally hours learning about the different aspects of your car. And it's just great that it actually allows you to do all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna exit here for a second. I wanna see something cool. Let's see. OBD 2. Auto scan. So right now I am doing an OBD scan here. Live data. I mean, there's literally so many types of functions that you have here. I literally could be here for hours and hours and hours talking about the different features that this specific scanner has. So if you are, again, looking for a scanner that is compatible to use for your project cars, for your, I mean, literally, oh, wow, look at all this. Look at how detailed this can get. Look at this. Look at all the measurements there. Like, wow. This is crazy. It tells you ignition timings for cylinder 1. I mean, there's literally, like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm actually a little like stumped. I didn't think that it would actually be able to do to the T. Like, this is literally to the T. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. So, wow, that's it's pretty cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. So, that is the OBD scanner option for the Camaro ZL1. As you guys saw, we didn't really see anything too crazy, which is perfect. This is exactly what I hoped for. I definitely do not want to be seeing some, you know, egregious codes on my ZL1. We're going to back it up because I want to show you guys the final. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to back it up so you guys can hear the ZL1 start up again. And then we're going to move on to the next one. But in the meantime, again, guys, I want to remind you that these products are listed in the description below. So if you are looking to purchase any of these, make sure to check them out in the description below, because you not only have the description there and all the information that may or may not have been said on this live stream, but you could also see the discount codes that are with my GV Aspirated name. So if you want to get your products today, like this TOPDON RD Diagnosis 500, again, my favorite scanner. So right now, as of right now, let's go over some of the things that my favorite products so far, and the products that I really think are worth the price because of the added benefits and the features, is going to be this right here, the THINKDIAG 500 from TOPDON. And if I wanted to buy something a little bit more subtle, not as big, the MUCAR BT200 Max. And then last but not least, but certainly not least, it's going to be the dash cam here, the DDPAI 7. It kind of, if you kind of read it fast, it kind of looks like Z06, but it's the Z60 Pro. Again, these products are pretty much the top of the line. And guys, when it comes to car parts and it comes to car diagnosis tool, you don't want to cheap out. You want to get the best of the best. And I think for the application that most of my audience tends to use, stuff like that, those products are the most optimal for sure. So now we're going to test out the ZL1. We're going to test it out by moving it back. Because now we're going to test out the final test on the THINKDIAG. Actually, you know what? For the THINKDIAG, I think I'm going to set that aside for a separate video, because the next thing that I really want to talk about is the next product, which I'm not going to lie, guys. The next product is something that you may or may not have heard of, and it's going to sound quite familiar. But again, here on the GV Aspirated channel and this live stream, I really want to emphasize on being able to provide you guys with options. And a lot of the products that we have covered so far are very similar, but they have their different nuances. So for example, the product that is going to be coming up to bat right now is going to be, first of all, this was the THINKDIAG. Very good. Very, very good. We're going to put this over here to the side. The next product on our list is another functioning tool that is going to help with diagnosing. And that is going to be, wait, I want to make a big presentation with this one because you've heard of this brand before. The Autel. This is the Autel ABS SRS scan tool that, as I just mentioned before, it's a diagnostic tool that helps read every single bit of your car's sensors, of failures, and of course, like the products that I just showed now, which is the Thinkscan S7 Plus and the THINKDIAG 500 from the TOPDON, this also has similar features like that, like, for example, the ABS reading, which is something that the smaller scale ones did not have at all. So again, if you're looking for something that is reputable, from a reputable brand, because Autel is actually one of the biggest ones. It does your standard engine code readings, ABS, of course the airbag sensors, whatnot. And this is how it comes like. It comes in a bag here. Autel. I think it's Autel. And it comes with, of course, the scanner itself, right? This is a very classic OBD scanner feel and look. I feel like if we're going to talk about like very traditional looking ones, the Autel for sure is at least the one that for me looks like the most classic car product, car scanner look. It even has this like this really, for me this is very satisfying, but look, listen. I like that. I like that. I don't know about you guys, but I like that as well. So here, you connect it. Of course, if you want to tighten it, you can screw it on. If you're somebody that is consistently going to be using this, scan it on, not an issue. Just like the Thinkscan S7 Plus or Plus 7, you do have to connect it to a power supply in order for you to use it. So in the case of the ZL1, and then we're gonna try it on the Azera, because I do wanna see what the Autel, the popular Autel name, what is it gonna do? What is it going to see on my ZL1 and of course the Azera as well. But first, let me see what you guys are up to. If you guys are saying anything in the chat, I apologize. I've been kind of going on a big continuous stream here. Great, so you guys are still here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm so glad that you guys tuned in to this live stream. It's really the first of its kind, and I do plan on doing more of these in the future. But for the most part, let's get started with the Autel. So the Autel, very simply, guys, it's a big name. It is a great product for, again, scanning your tools. We've done a lot of them already. Have you guys ever had a scan tool that just shocked you? That just like genuinely like, holy crap, like this is crazy. Not in terms of so much performance, but also in like what scan did you see? All right, so we're gonna come back down here to the ZL1, and then afterwards I wanted to see the Hyundai just because I want you guys to see again what are the codes that we saw, which if you guys may or may not remember was a very small leak. It was cool that it actually told me the exact measurements. So here we have Camaro ZL1 yet again. All right, let's see what we got here. Let the knowledge flow in. So this is the AL619. And right off the bat, when the, hold on, because I'm disconnecting the grate wrapping down here, so the cables are put together. So right off the bat, we see here that it has like your basic OBD function. It's got the ABS, SRS, and then just other settings that you might want to take into account. So we're going to start with the OBD, processing data. Oh, I think I should have turned the key on, but whatever. We'll see right now. So what I'm starting to really like about the Autel is that the Autel is a lot more, I would say it's more mechanical. It seems to be a little bit simpler than the other products that we've used before. For starters, it is not touchscreen. You literally have to use these buttons, and to each their own. If you're somebody that likes to use buttons, great, fantastic. But what I do like about this is that it seems to jump in. It doesn't seem like I've actually had to set up anything. Okay, so here you have different modules. I want to go escape. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. So see, that's one of the things that can be a little bit tricky about having buttons, is that you just press it. So I'm actually gonna turn on the car. Please wait, communicating. Okay. So module 1, read codes, stored codes. So here, if we had to select codes, we could as well. But this is basically one of these products here that it doesn't seem like you have to connect to any account, which could potentially be a good thing for some that don't really care to have their information associated with an account, but also for storage and for organization and perhaps for some exploring car issues and having it all in one device. This may not be the best product for that, but I think for anything car related specifically, it does seem to be a very hands-on go-to, not overly too technical. Let's see, look, there's different types of reading. O2 monitor, test, oops. if you hold it, it makes like this funny noise. Vehicle info. Turn key on with ignite. Okay. Calibration ID. No. Wow. This is pretty cool, man. Like these tools are just like, all you can do is really just appreciate them and just have a lot of fun with it. Cause like there's just so much that you can see that you never really can see, right? Okay, so let me try again with, okay, calibration ID. Okay. So it just tells me the idea of the calibration. I mean, guys, we literally could be here for hours talking about this. O2 monitor test. Oh, select mode is not supported. Okay, so perhaps there has to be other things that you have to set up beforehand in order to do it, but let's see live data. Okay, perfect. System status. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a very hands-on Chrysler Ford GM. GM, baby, GM. So I'm assuming that if I look up model year, 2013, passenger car, and then it's gonna make me select which one specifically, Camaro, Sista data, electronic brake control, inflatable restraint sensing, diagnostic module. Let's see what the braking says. I'm curious to see. Interesting, okay. ECU information. I mean, guys, the amount of information that you have here on this, it's just plentiful. Like, look, you already have, okay, so now it gave me my VIN number. High voltage disabled, crash event, no. Software module identifier, 0 count. So, I mean, you literally have so many different types of functions, features, and I think that's one of the really cool things about this, that, again, it just dives into it. You don't really have to create any sort of accounts. And again, if you're somebody that likes to have this type of, how do I say this? This type of user interface, perfect. It's perfect. Wow. So yeah, guys, that basically concludes the codes found. Monitor. Okay. The thing is, man, we diagnosing everything out here. All right, we diagnosing everything with this thing. Language. Oh yeah, and then of course you have your language settings, which, by the way, this one is available, I believe, in French, English, and Spanish. Yeah, okay. Whew. So that is currently the Autel AL619 product here. And as you guys could see, this scanner was very different from the other brands that we just saw from TOPDON and THINKCAR, where those were more, I think they were more like, those were more centered towards AI features, you know, internet access, you know, the newer kind of like technologically advanced one, where the Autel just seems to be like the classic go-to for a mechanic or somebody that doesn't care for all those features. And once again, this is available to have on the description below using one of my codes. Definitely check it out, guys, because there's got some crazy deals happening from June 1st to June 10th. So right now we are in June 3rd, so you guys got about 7 days to take advantage of that massive summer sale from AliExpress and all of these different car products and manufacturers. And I would love to get your guys' thoughts. Like, do you guys use scanners often? What are the type of stuff that you like to use? Do you guys enjoy having more sophisticated type of scanners, or do you prefer to use something a little bit more simpler like the MUCAR and the Thinkscan tools? Those are both really great products, and you don't really have to get too overly complicated with them. You know, they serve their point, they read the basic codes, but if you're somebody like me that enjoys to have that extra, I believe the Thinkscan and the TOPDON are really the best one. But again, if you want something more elevated with more scanning capacity, not too much technology, the Autel makes perfect sense as well. So we are going to check out really quickly 2 more products that I have for you guys that it's actually going to be really fun to do, because one of these products I actually was desperately needing to do. And before we get into it right now, let me show you guys. We're going to test it out on my ZL1 just because the ZL1 is what I need to be doing these testing on. So first thing is first. I'm the realist. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm going to need my phone for this. All right. So up next is going to be a tool that I really don't think a lot of people truly have, especially me. I never had a tool like this, or never engaged with a tool like this. And this is going to be the THINKCAR. So another product from THINKCAR. You're starting to see the name. So they're very diverse with their product line. The THINKCAR VENU iPRO. Now, this product here is specifically for tire pressure monitoring systems, the TPMS sensoring for picking up and identifying and activating, programming, and then eventually with the car and whatever car process, the learning stage of it. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty of this product, and there's a lot to talk about with this thing. I actually really, I'm reading something here because I still can't believe that I actually like messed this up. So I ordered TPMS sensors from a company, and they basically sent me the wrong ones. So this car, the 5th gen Camaro ZL1, 2013, uses a different frequency, which they measure it by MZH or something like that, as megahertz or whatever like that. It's a different reading from what I currently have on it. So right now, the readings that I have is for 433. It should have been 315. Different frequencies. Some companies offer, some TPMS sensors operate at different frequencies from their computer learning, because it's all part of the ECU and learning and stuff like that. So this tool is perfect for essentially going from buying new TPMS sensors, or even checking out the new ones that you have, checking the battery, checking to see if they're operational, how much battery do they have, are they critically low, are they even responding? All of that stuff of information, you can get it with this product. So first, let me take it out of the box super quickly so you guys can have a look. Right here. So this product here is perfect for TPMS sensoring, learning, coding, and basically getting it to work or to see if it's working currently. So what's good about this device is that it does everything. However, for this live stream, I might not be able to have the car learn the sensors that it has, because this gear only operates with a different frequency from what I have there. So for the purpose of this video, I would love to share with you some of the basic functions of this, explain a little bit how it works, show you guys some examples, and then afterwards, I'm gonna have to stop it before we learn it because the car may not actually learn the car. But again, it's not a problem of this, it's a problem of, well, user error in the sense of like buying the wrong sensors. So first things first, we're gonna turn this on by holding it. Boom, there we go. Next, like the products that I've shown before and like THINKCAR, this actually runs through an app. Now, so the specific app is called TPMS VENU. So as you can see, I already started playing around with this product before. And right here, it takes you to the main menu after you've created your username and your account and all that stuff. And it's gonna ask you to choose a model area. So that way all the metrics are in the country or area that you are from. So US. And then we're gonna go ahead and select the vehicle, history report, and then the OE query. For the case of this, we're gonna first connect it. And as you can see, shows that it is connected. So now we're gonna go ahead and select the vehicle. We're gonna put a Chevrolet Camaro, but we're not gonna put the exact year trim of my car because again, I am operating with different the different frequencies. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to choose the 2010 to 2013 Camaros with the 433 megahertz reading. So let me show you guys how this works. It's actually really, really cool. So the first thing that you would do is you would select the appropriate, select the appropriate vehicle. Very easy to do. And it's gonna give you the instructions. So right now it's gonna tell you, please activate. Because well, the thing with these is that when you activate these, then it allows to go to the next step with this programming and then the computer learning and all that stuff. So let me first set up my stand because my stand is not cooperating with me. Go figure. How does it look from up there? Good? All right. So we're gonna scan the tools here. Back you up a little bit. And we'll do the following. So we're gonna first start off with the front left tire. And ideally, when you're using this product, you wanna slide it in, actually press OK, activating, please wait. Boom. Just like that, it logs the ID of the TPMS sensor, the temperature, the battery life, if it's normal, if it's, it's running low, et cetera, et cetera. And it even tells you the tire pressure sensor as well, or the pressure amount. So what we would do is we would do it with all the different sensors. So if you have 4, you're gonna do it 4 times. So let's do it together. And what's really cool about this product too, not only is it obviously very functional, actually it's gonna be on the left side. There's an order to things, ladies and gentlemen, there's an order to things. So what's really cool about this product is that not only does it serve its intended usage of being able to learn and code and to diagnose TPMS sensors, but it is also a great, great tool that looks really cool too. A moment of silence. I think I put it in the wrong way. Yeah, it should have been like this. There you go. Second scan, ready. Now it's telling me to do the one in the back, so we're gonna go ahead and do the one in the back, and you will be able to hear it because I have my microphone set up, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and go to the back right here. Next up to bat, passenger rear. Boom. And then the last one is the driver rear. Now, this is a really crucial step when you are basically installing new sensors and replacing them, because what these sensors usually do is from factory, they become dormant, and they're dormant so the battery doesn't consume itself while it's not being coated. Hold on, we're having a little stubborn one back here, but nonetheless, all part of the plan. Oh, let me try it one more time. Okay, excellent. So all 4 tire pressure monitor sensors have been activated. Now, under normal circumstances, what you would then do is go to copy, and you would basically keep going with the process. So actually, you would actually need to stand next to the TPMS sensor using this. So we're gonna try with this. Very, very interesting. Yeah, you know, it's really exciting to do this, because again, I usually, in the past, what I've always done, there hasn't really been any circumstance where I what's it called? Where I actually do any of this stuff. And now that I have this product with me, and I have the confidence to do it, because again, it's a very easy step-by-step process. All of it is done through your phone. So the next thing would be, because again, I have the different readings, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be able to code this with my car. It won't be able to do it. But assuming you buy the correct sensors, you input it into the THINKCAR program, and you follow the step-by-step instructions, you are going to have a seamless and effectively done TPMS coding, activation, programming, learning, and then eventually, well, using. And you have this all at your disposal right here at home. So what I like about this is that, again, looks really nice, very easy to use, literally fits right here in your toolbox. Sometimes it's good to check the TPMS, you know, how low is it working, and some other basic information like that. So that is basically the situation with my ZL1. If you were to basically continue on with the process, it literally takes a few minutes to do it. It's not a very difficult or cumbersome thing to do with these cars or with this sensor. So great product for the TPMS do-it-yourselfers, people that don't like to take it to shops or have the capacity to at least code it, because sometimes shops actually charge for that, which is kind of crazy, but you know what? They charge it, and that is a great way to basically do this on your own and to read readings like that. So again, this is one of the products that you could pick up on AliExpress. This is the AliExpress summer sale for June 1st to the June 10th. So guys, remember, we are in the 3rd, so you have 7 days to pick a product that you like, one of the ones that are in the description below, or from the summer sale in general, and use my codes, because you're gonna get a nice discount for everybody that participates. So the next product on our list, but first let me check the live stream. The GOAT of 5th Gen Camaros. Hey man, thank you so much for watching the stream and just being a part of this, and for watching my videos, man. Thank you so much. So Next thing that we're gonna do is going to be the final product. And for the final product, I actually wanna show this on my ZL1 really quick. We're gonna pop the hood for this. You guys are gonna see what a real motor looks like, all right? Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty right there. Gosh, I love this car. I love this car. I love this car so, so much. And I am getting calls, not sure why. But anyways. All right, so the last product on our list today is a product that, for the purpose of this stream, again, I may not be able to show you the full capacity of it, but it doesn't take away from the fact that this is a fantastic product, especially for car diagnosing, for prevention of, you know, really crap stuff happening to your car. And this is a camera that, again, we've worked on something like this before. But this is the Autel. So this is part of the Autel brand. We just did the Autel scanner tool over here, right? So this is part of the Autel family. And this in particular is the Autel digital inspection camera. So what this is a camera that you would have to connect it to a screen that can read up to 1080p. So it's a very good pixel amount, gives you just gives you a good amount of visualization, because again, you don't really need 4K for visualizing on a digital inspection camera like this. But let me show you guys what we're dealing with here. And again, it does 920 to 1080, so it's slightly better than the 1080 resolution. And what's really good about this is that, like it says, it's waterproof. So whether you're doing this in the rain, which I doubt that you probably will be doing, but any circumstance that you are dealing with any fluids, this camera tool can work through it with no problem. So what's really, really good about this tool here is the fact that you have a movable head. This right here. So as I mentioned before, you would have to connect it to a screen which serves as a power supply. I could get a little creative here and see if one of these lingering... Nah, I'd rather play it safe. But essentially what you would do is, once you have this attached to a power supply that is preferably an Autel screen, you would then have an image that is being portrayed of what is going to be at the opposite side of this camera right here. So this is a camera. I don't recommend you use this like James Bond or something to spy on people, okay? Because this is what you would probably see in the movies, and this is certainly not to be used for medicinal or medical purposes, okay? This is nothing for that. This is specifically for car stuff. So in this case, we are going to try using a USB connector here that I have. And let's try, actually, I might have to try it with an extension here. But look, right now, this is the light that you can see. Very cool. So it's obviously illuminated. Okay. Let's try with the extension so I can show you guys how it actually looks like when you are trying it on a car. Okay, so, and this, guys, this is a product that it's really good, especially if you are not able to see or you don't have a lot of space. Luckily, my ZL1 does have a good amount of space to look through. But in the case that you have a really tight engine bay and you're trying to like discover, or you're trying to see some of the some issues that you just will not be able to see normally, then this is the perfect product for that. Check it out. All right, so here we have a great view of the ZL1. Okay. Everything just seems to be falling apart. It's all okay, guys. It's all part. Listen. It's all part of the aura. It's all part of the building character, the villain's origin story, or whatnot. Okay. So you have the camera set up here, right? You see the engine bay here. So how it would work like is if you can see here, the light is illuminating, right? And really what that light is really good for is not so much for you, but actually the image that's being displayed on a screen here. So if you had something like an Autel product that you would connect it there, you'd be able to see very clearly with the 920 by 1080, you'd be able to see logos, part numbers. Part numbers is actually really, really interesting. You can actually see that. You can see stains, oil, any leakage or anything like that. These are all stuff that you would be able to see on a projected screen right here, connected to it. And what I like about this particular one is that it's bendable, it's flexible, and it also holds into place. So sometimes you have products that are very flimsy and they tend to like either break upon impact, but this is very sturdy. And at the same time, can bend very easily as well. So if you want to keep it in this form, there's no issue there. So again, this is a great product that you guys can find in the link in the description below using my discount codes. Definitely check it out, guys, because you'll be saving a lot of money as a part of this massive, massive summer sale. This is something that, again, AliExpress doesn't really do often. And when they do it, they go hard with the discounts, guys. So I think, just to recap, I think the best products here. The thing is, man, I'm so popular. I'm so popular. Everybody blowing up my phone. Everybody's trying to... How can I be so whole when everybody want a piece of me? Boom. Write that there. That's a banger. That's a banger. I know Drake's going to try to steal that. But anyways, just to reiterate, guys, we saw literally 9 products today, and we spent a few hours reviewing some of the cool features, reviewing some of the really... Oh, wow, still. Anyways, we saw some of the great features, some of the great products. We saw a lot of similar products from different brands and different tier levels. And the ones that I really think that are going to be used in my day-to-day routine, and mind you, this is something that I am personally going to be using on my day-to-day routine, is going to be the $760 dash cam. I need this. I need this. I need this, and you know why? Best quality, very, very easy to install. And on top of that, guys, I need something new, and I need something in good quality. And I told you before, guys, having a dash cam is essential to living here in Miami. It's a must have. So that's my favorite product of the day, has been this 760 dash cam, okay? The next product that I genuinely feel that I'm probably gonna use a lot more in the future, maybe not with the ZL1 necessarily, hopefully I don't have to use it with the ZL1, but if I have to, it's good. It's going to be the TOPDON RD Diagnostic 500. The final product that I wanna be using, I like the fact that it has like the internet browsing, AI, generative search. I also really like too that it is not that big. It can still fit in the glove compartment of any car. I love that it has touch screen capacity. There's just a copious amount of information. And I just think that it's my favorite one. And again, I can use this like this. I don't have to have it connected. So these is the second favorite one. And then my last one, I actually have to give it to the product that I unfortunately could not really follow the entire method of it, but because of a wrong sensor issue, but because of that, I'm really excited to actually be able to try the VENU when it's ready to go. That's a product, guys, that again, I'm gonna need to do it with my car. I need to program the TPMS sensors as soon as I can. So, and then eventually with my, ooh, what was that? I just heard something. Why do I feel like that actually might be the camera though? Well, anyways, guys, this was the full GV aspirated AliExpress summer sale live stream. This is the longest live stream, actually technically not the longest live stream I've ever done, but this is a very new and exciting live stream. I'm incredibly blessed to have been able to have partnered with AliExpress, all of the different companies that I showcased their product today. There's some really, really good stuff here. I mean, like, these are products that are for everyday usage for all type of ranks of enthusiasts, not just like the professional mechanic shops, but also for the DIYers that just want to have an arsenal of different products. As I mentioned before, guys, if you found this video live stream informative and entertaining, please hit the like button and please check out the description below with all of the different products from today's live stream. These are products that, again, you can find on AliExpress at a hugely discounted price because it is the summer sale from basically here until the 3rd until the 10th. So we have 7 days left to take advantage of those. Just check out those discount codes for extra savings. And last but not least, guys, thank you so much for being here. This is definitely an unconventional type of live stream that I have done, but nonetheless, I am glad that you guys stuck around, you guys visited. If you guys have any questions or any concerns, feel free to comment that. Check out the description so you see more details of the products. These products are, again, incredible. Incredible products for really a cost-effective amount. So guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. I hope that you guys purchase some of these products. Let me know how it is. And as always, thank you so much. Hit like, hit subscribe, set your notification bells, and I'll catch you on the next one. So I'm going to go ahead. I think, oh, that's if I wanted to record. I see I'm live streaming from my DJI Pocket now, so you guys are chilling with me until I officially end the live stream here. So, cool. I mean, this was really cool. Thank you guys for everything. Seriously. Wait, before we go, did I mention that this is a summer sale discount? No, but seriously, guys, check out the products, get your discounts, and we'll talk about it later. Take care, guys.